Aurora is here today with a song that's only been released in the last week and a few days, I think. 12 days ago, to be precise. Although it depends when you're watching this. It could be a year from now before you're watching this. Well, it's a year and 12 days. So, Aurora with the Flood. The visualizer is what you're going to say. What is the song about? Because when it comes to this woman, she's just been on the most incredibly successful world tour, visiting her fans and all the warriors that love her, me included. The Flood is a poignant song by our warrior queen, featured from her album, as we all know, The Gods We Can Touch. And you're bored listening to these facts, all you warrior fans, but for those that have joined my channel from around the world, and it's a global channel, this track encapsulates Aurora's ethereal sound and in perspective lyricism that we all love. In other words, lyrics, inviting you, the listeners out there, to come to a deep exploration of yourself. Now, a quick summary of this song, judging by the lyrics. It's delving into introspection, self-doubt, internal battle that you face, highlighting the struggle for identity and the overwhelming nature of personal pressures. And we are living in a world, everybody, politically, that puts those personal pressures to the front of our lives and our thoughts. And sometimes it's breaking relationships, and it's breaking your zest for living, and people are doubting themselves again. And I just feel, let's listen to the song and go through the lyrics as soon as it finishes, because I'm looking forward. And I am just going to, because this is all live, everybody. Can you believe this? And I'll tell you what I'm doing in a minute. No. This is bringing up the lyrics. I don't know why, when I start a video and I have my research in front of me, and I've got all my notes about, because I have looked at the video before, and I have looked at the lyrics, and I've done what I've done, and the lyrics then suddenly disappear. But it's here in front of me, The Flood, and I'm looking forward to sharing this with you. My introspective insight into our Warriors Queen lyrics, for us all to share, and for you to hopefully comment and like and subscribe. And please, if you say I've already subscribed to you, please check, because last year YouTube overall took over 2,000 subscribers from my channel, and they continuously do that on everybody's channels, and that's why you get a lot of people. I never understood it myself. I never really do it in my videos, but to say don't forget to like, don't forget to resubscribe. And I was never doing that until I saw how YouTube just take off subscribers all the time. I don't know why they do it. Is it because then those people won't come back, and then they, you get paid for view time? Well, I don't get paid on my channel. It's a demonetized channel, and it's opened up for me by not getting paid. I can play a lot of artists' music because they know I'm not getting paid for anything, so I'm doing it out of love and respect for them, and I do. And I create my own thumbnails, and I create my own videos, and I don't get paid, but I do love this particular woman. I do love her music, and let's just listen to what she has to say to us all, because within her lyrics there's always a beautiful message to be had. Take it away, Aurora.
Whoever you've been, who this time. I can't leave it to rest. Who have I been? Who have I been? Who have I been fighting all this time? All this time. Maybe I've spent too much time with myself, 'cause everything became enormous in my head. Maybe there was never a demon. Maybe it was just me dreaming, and now I can't escape this feeling. After all this time, I can't leave it to rest. Leave it to rest. It's like nobody cares. Nobody cares, 'cause I feel like I'm floating, floating over everything, and everyone knows how this story goes. And I've been under pressure all my life, and I feel like I'm losing all my fights. I've been under pressure all my life, but have I been fighting all this time? I stood here for so many years, waiting for the morning sunbeams to finally warm me, but it's happening so slow. It's impossible to notice how everything around me is changing. After all this time, I can't leave it to rest. Leave it to rest. It's like nobody cares. Nobody cares, 'cause I feel like I'm floating, floating over everything, and everyone knows how this story goes. And I've been under pressure all my life, and I feel like I'm losing all my fights. I've been under pressure all my life, but have I been fighting all this time? Fighting all this time. Who have I been fighting all this time? 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 Who have I been fighting all this time
I love to play her music. Now, it went in and out there. Now, I don't know whether it was the actual recording itself or the song, but that is the first time I've listened to a live version of it, but that's the first time I've seen the visual. And I have to say, no matter if it's a visual or the official video or a live version of any song by this person, you do go in and out emotionally with her lyrics. It's almost like draws you in, and then she comes back with her vocals. so ethereal in so many ways, and so beautiful. And I always smile when, I don't know about yourself, but when I see her even smile a little bit, I smile. It's almost an infection, a good infection to get from a person. It's the kind of one that you want to absorb, and it's just most effect about her, that she's able to do that and you encapsulate you in such a way. And even the words of the song, it begins, as I said, there's a lot of people on my channel who are getting used to this artist. And for those fans who want to skip, that's fine. Thank you for joining me. Intro, who have I been? Who have I been? It says, who have I been fighting all this time is the question. All this time. Because verse 1 says, maybe I've spent too much time with myself. Because everything becomes enormous in my head. Maybe there was never a demon. Maybe it was just me dreaming, and now I can't escape this feeling. Pre-chorus, after all this time. Then it goes into the chorus. I can't leave it to rest. Leave it to rest. And I'd like to thank Genius Lyrics for this particular translation of the lyrics. Because, again, she says, I'm like flooded over everything. Very metaphorical there and symbolic. Why is it symbolic? I'll explain in a minute. And everyone knows how this story goes. And I've been under pressure all my life, and I feel like I'm losing all my fights. I've been under pressure all my life. But who have I been fighting all this time? That is a question that I'm so glad she's brought up, because that gives me a chance through the lyrics to kind of answer something we've all asked ourselves. We go through life and we always, you always fight against the world, fight against your job, fight against people. You're fighting the pressures of everyday living. But I always say there's a reason for everybody on this earth, why we are here. And this song is all about that kind of introspection for me. And if you've got self-doubts, about reassuring yourself, not getting it from anybody else, which everybody wants to hear a kind word. Oh, that person didn't say that to me today, and they knew I was upset. No, if you're looking for that kind of thing to happen, then you've got serious problems. And you need to maybe just go to a doctor or somebody else who's specialized, because most people have their own problems in life. And it's here, and it's here. And it's about that battle that you face every day. It's about identity and personal pressures. Because the song opened with haunting repetition of a question. Now it says, who have I been? You have to think back to, I said that. And for me, it sets a tone very openly of a journey of exploration, everyone. And it's about introspection, okay? And the artist herself, she's always doing that in her lyrics. It's immediate with her when that happens, because she introduces a sense of conflict that she wants to deal with and explain and come to a conclusion, hopefully, by the end of her lyrics. And it's, who have I been fighting all this time, she says. For me, that line is suggesting that internal struggle we all ask ourselves at some point, but never really think about it. We always think it's somebody, or it's a situation, or it's a job, or and sometimes we're actually been fighting ourselves. And they always say for better or for worse in most cases. And yes, you might say the visualizer was very calming and but I love that juxtaposition she puts us in. It's like almost being in a crossroads where her music, her videos calm us. Because most people every day suffer pressures, internal pressures. And that question that keeps coming up is one we need to start. I love the way she homes in on this, because it is one a lot of people need to start answering. And it is, maybe I've spent too much time with myself. Think about that. We spend too much time mentally thinking about and worrying about silly things we do, and then about serious things that do not deserve our time or effort, because they'll all resolve themselves. And it's an indication, I feel, and it's a realization that if she's saying it, and she's saying it to her warriors, she's asking us to ask that question to ourselves. Because maybe she has been in situations where her friends, and she's come into this situation many times, that outside personal pressures, they can't handle them, and they don't know how to handle them. And what she's saying is, ask that one question. Have I been spending too much time by myself? Have I been torturing myself? Have I mentally and physically now become tired because of my own way of thinking, my own way of dealing with things? And if so, you need to change. Explore all of this. And she goes in the form of, morning sunbeams, sorry. It is morning sunbeams, yeah. And it symbolizes that hope of renewal. When we all say the sun warms our heart, makes us feel good, we smile a lot more. It's symbolism. But she acknowledges that this change is happening within herself, but it's a slow process she's dealing with, and making it difficult for others to notice, and even herself to notice. But it reflects a common human experience. A lot of people feel, everybody. And me, myself, hands up, I could talk about different things. Feeling of being stuck. We'll go forth, and then we left, right, forward. We take 2 steps backward, and it causes us despair. While yearning for brighter days, we're always stuck. So it's about repetition, the song, the floods, that we drown ourselves in our own emotions, really. And it reinforces central themes of the song, which are everybody. It emphasizes the weight of Aurora's struggles as well as our own, if we read the lyrics and we relate to them as well as our own, and the question of identity. Who are we today in this world of pressure, internal pressures and external pressures? Who are we? And it's a relentless questioning where she says, who have I been fighting all this time, comes back again into the lyrics, because it's a lingering sense of uncertainty and introspection she's giving. And it's about inviting you, the warriors, and you, the new warriors, and you, the listeners, to reflect on your own battles and the nature of your own struggles, and only you can answer that question. Who have I been fighting all that time? And when you get the answer to that, that is your step forward to leaving all of that behind and moving on towards the sunbeams. That's my very deep perspective of it. It's been a long perspective, but I hope you've enjoyed it. Take care for now. Bye-bye.